Hey everybody, this is Tammy with Spot On Psychic Readings, and I'm coming in to take a look at your reading for the week of April 8th, Eclipse week, and Chippy and Sparky came in for their cookies. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what's coming up because it is feeling exciting. It doesn't feel bad, it just feels exciting to me, so I'm really eager to see what the cards are going to show us. So let's dive in. Okay, Chippy, you ready? All right. Hey, beautiful Taurus. Here we go. We're going to dive right into your reading for Eclipse week. Okay. Hope you all are doing great. And let's see what's coming. And Taurus, thank you all so very, very much for being so supportive of my channel. If not for Taurus, I just would not be where I'm at with this channel at this point. I have more Taurus subscribers than any of the other signs, and I get more views from Taurus than any of the other signs. I get the nicest comments from Taurus of any of the signs. No offense to the other signs, but seriously, you guys can go read them and see. I never ever have to remove a Taurus comment, ever. You guys are so gracious, and I just want you to know I greatly, greatly appreciate you. You know how my message has been focused on love on many of the recent videos, because my guides, whenever I ask them anything, you know, a question, how do I do this? How do we do that? What do I tell my viewers? They're like, focus on love and share the message, focus on love. And I just wanted to share this with you really quickly. I was in Tractor Supply buying dog food, of course, for my dogs. You know about, I don't know if you have Tractor Supply in your area. It's like a farm store, and they have feed and stuff. And they allow pets. So I had one of my dogs in there with me. And this lady walks up to me and goes like this, hands me this. And I don't usually take things like that, but she's, I don't know, something just said do it. And she felt like an earth angel to me. So I was like, okay, you know. So I took it and I turned it over and look at it. It says, I am loved. This was such a sign to me. I'm like one big goosebump right now. Can you guys see it? It goes from a little rosebud, if I can get it to do it, into a full-blown pink rose. Okay. And it says, I am loved. And on the back, it has a little Bible verse, and it says, Jesus loves me, this I know. So it was a message from Jesus. It was a message from Spirit. It was a sign that focusing on love is working. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. It just made me so happy. And my guides were like, be sure to share that with all of your viewers this week. So there it is, guys. I've got it right here with me. I love it. So let's dig in and see what's coming, Taurus, for you. I'm going to pull these by feel, and let's see what's coming on Eclipse week. Are you guys excited? I am. I feel so excited about it. I'm not at all nervous. You know, I think really good things are going to happen, especially for those people who are enlightened. I feel like this is going to bring greater enlightenment to everybody who's on that path. I think there's going to be more of a division between dark and light when it comes up. Literally, I mean, literally, it does look like that, right? Yeah, could it be any clearer? So funny. Okay, and here's what you don't see coming. So let's see what's coming, Taurus. Ooh, some kind of a new job for some of you. Okay. Taurus, let's see. All right. What you don't see coming is the Empress, okay? And this could be you, or this could be somebody you connect with, okay? The Empress is often a mother, and the Empress is somebody who's very nurturing and likes her nice things, and she's very much the person in control, in power, but very nurturing about it. This can also represent pregnancy at times, and this can represent children, or mothering, or nurturing. And I always tell people the Empress either she can like give birth to babies or empires, or both. Okay, she can do it all. That's what you don't see coming, and I feel like this is some aspect of you or somebody that you know, Taurus. Okay. All right, let's dive in here. This is interesting reading here. Okay, really interesting reading. My first thought is I feel like this week, just to keep it real, I feel like this week you're going to bump into a lot of people that you're going to consider not enlightened. That's my first thought. Again, the big division between dark and light. I think it's going to be very clear to a lot of you who's enlightened and who's not, who to hang around with and who not to. I think there's going to be a lot of that this week, Taurus. Okay. Now, let me just start at the beginning, but this whole bottom row is like, I don't like these people I'm seeing already, and that tells me you won't. Okay, we'll dig into that, but to start out with, Taurus, this is you starting your own business or your own company, or maybe you're thinking about it and it's time to do it. I feel like this eclipse energy is going to set you free in a lot of ways, and you're going to be like, let me just start something new. You might be burning the midnight oil like he is. You know that expression. Like you're just so passionate about something, you just want to dive in and start doing it, okay? And I think this is going to be your time to do it. So you might be starting a side hustle that turns into a business, or you might be starting your own company, or you might be starting a new job where you're kind of the person in control and that sort of thing. For a lot of you, you may have had a relationship go on the rocks. This is Hierophant reversed. Or something rattled your belief system. Because this Hierophant's reversed, and this is just telling me there was something there that, there's a lot of meanings with the Hierophant, such a deep card. I'm trying to think even where to start, but you know, the Hierophant is all about commitments and beliefs and spirituality and things like that, but when it's reversed, it can be unconventional spiritual beliefs or unconventional kind of marriage. So it could be that, but a lot of times it's a broken marriage. It does represent that, and it is in the conflict position for you, Taurus. So we'll clarify and see. I decided to do no light today, so the sun is coming and going behind clouds. That's why the light keeps switching, and I hope it translates okay on video. I just couldn't sit under lights today, and I have days like that. I just don't want the lights and all that frequency on me. So I could go back to candlelight days if given the option. Really, I'd love to be off the grid. I think it would be awesome. Anyway, okay, here you are, Taurus. Back to your reading. Here you are nurturing your money, and I see you thinking a lot about, how do I grow my money? Maybe I should start this business. Maybe I should get a different job or start this side hustle because I really want to grow my money. I really want to save it. I see this on your mind a lot coming up this month, Taurus. Like, how do I make this money expand? How do I get my resources and things that I want better and easier? How do I get that flow going, okay? This might even be keeping some of you awake at night, all right? And I did say he was burning the midnight oil. So there's something here about losing sleep over this, like you're really thinking about it. And it might be because you went through a tower moment, as shown here, but this is reversed, and I feel like the tower moment is not as severe as it could have been, okay? But it's moving into your past. So either way, it's not going to bother you anymore, you know, but it looks like you did have something shocking that came up that you sort of had to deal with that's made you think more about money and having more financial stability and being more in control of your money, which is what Eight of Pentacles says, okay? So some of you might have had delay in opportunities, or you will coming up, because this is the future card. I feel like maybe you've had some delay, like you wanted these new opportunities and you're like, where are they? You know, really thought they'd be here by now, and you know, where are they? I feel like you're still looking, you know, for that to come up. Sorry, I'm getting under a blanket. It is so cold in here today. Even Chippy wouldn't stay in here with me. Okay. All right. It's turned super cold here. I don't know about you guys, but like we're springtime, right? Okay. So we've got Six of Pentacles in your more extended future, so on up through the end of the month. And Six of Pentacles is a generosity card, but it's also sometimes about owing money. So I feel like for some of you, you're either going to be paying something off, or somebody's going to be paying you off. So it could go either way, depending on who you are. Take it as it resonates. Six of Pentacles is usually a really good card. We are in April, so we're in tax season. And that could be you, some of you owing money, and for some of you that could be you receiving money back, okay? I think that has everything to do with taxes this month. Here is Ace of Pentacles. This is such a good card. This is representing your energy at this time, Taurus. For some of you, it was flipped. So for some of you, there's a delay, but there's still some kind of new beginning in money. This is all about money coming up, Taurus. This is like, I mean, look at this. We've got the Empress. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. We've got new opportunities. We've got Six of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and I haven't gotten to this yet, but we've got Queen of Pentacles too. So for some of you, I feel like it depends on where you're at, Taurus, and which Taurus I'm talking to specifically. But I feel like what's going on here, you guys are wanting to start a business. You're wanting to build something. You're wanting to build a business or build a side hustle that could become a business and that kind of thing. And you're wanting to grow your money. So there's something here about some of you are not quite there yet and you're thinking about it. Some of you are there and you're getting this big new beginning in money, Taurus, okay? Big new beginning. Did you see the sun come out when I said that? That was no accident. And for some of you, you're the Queen of Pentacles, and for some of you, you're not quite there yet. It's flipped. So it depends on which Taurus I'm talking to and where you're at on your Wheel of Fortune, because the wheel turns all the time. So are you at the top or are you at the bottom, coming up? You know, depends on where you're at in this process, but overall, you're headed toward more success and more money coming up. Super good. We'll do some clarification too. Let me go over here to this final card is this King of Cups reversed. This is a masculine figure, sometimes a water sign like Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, sometimes, not always, or has this in their chart, something like that. This is somebody who's been really secretive, and I have a feeling this is maybe some of you, maybe your ex with the Hierophant. Maybe this person was secretive and that caused a problem in the marriage. Sometimes this person, you know, when the Cups cards are reversed, sometimes it can indicate alcoholism, drinking too much, things like that, or somebody who's overly emotional or jealous. It can be somebody off balance when they're reversed. And I feel like for some of you, this was the commitment that went off balance, and maybe this person's going to show up again because we're in Mercury retrograde, and Mercury retrograde tends to bring up things that you tried to get rid of. Like a bad penny, you know, they'll keep showing up, like they'll just keep coming back around, and people from the past and memories from the past and things like that, you know, tend to show up during Mercury retrograde. So let me get a different deck and we're going to do some clarification on all this major success that's coming up for you, Taurus. So cool. Okay. What else does Taurus need to know? I feel like you're on a roll this month, Taurus. I feel success coming in. I feel like some of you are really focusing on like what you want, like you're really manifesting, you know, what you want. Okay. So the anxiety is ending for one thing. That's Nine of Swords reversed. And here's your Seven of Coins again. Nurturing and growing money. And this is why you're not going to be feeling so worried, staying up, losing sleep, and all that stuff. Oh, they're repeating. Look, here we have the Empress again. Wow. She showed up last time. She's the one that gives birth to babies or empires, okay? She's the one that is in charge. She's the one that is can be a mother. Okay, this could be representing you or somebody that you're working with. Look at this, Taurus. Some of you are getting a new love offer or an offer you will love. Okay, let's see. Let's see what else. What's that about? What is that about? Oh, King of Swords. You could be getting some sort of an offer from a King of Swords. Now, sometimes King of Swords is not heart-centered. Sometimes that might be somebody you would work with, or, you know, could be a boss, could be an attorney, you know, somebody like that. Somebody's not really into their emotions so much. Let me get one more. That was Five of Pentacles that came up. Yeah, so some of you are trying hard to get out of this money loss. Some of you might be feeling this money hole, you know, or money loss with Five of Pentacles. And again, I mentioned tax season, you know, we're in April, so it can be that. But this is like strength and reserve, this right next to it. So it might be a temporary money loss is what I'm feeling with that, but nothing that's going to follow you all that far, Taurus, okay? Temporary. So let's see what else. Let's ask about who is this King of Swords. Who's the King of Swords, Taurus? King of Swords is clarified by the Five of Wands. Now this could be somebody competitive. Okay, this could be somebody you do competitive sports with, or this could be somebody that is competitive in a love situation, because it did come up next to the love card of, of this Knight of Cups energy. King of Wands. Okay, Taurus, this is really getting interesting. We've got King of Swords clarified by King of Wands and the competition card, okay? So I'm feeling like for some of you, there's a competition going on between a King of Swords and King of Wands. They're very different personalities. You may, some of you may be trying to decide between these two, or these two may know each other, say in business or a job, and they're competing for a job. This person's very fiery. It can be a fire sign. This isn't more of an air sign kind of person. So this one's very mental. This one's very determined and pushy almost at times. Very fiery, passionate kind of energy. This one's more mental and thinking, very, very intelligent, okay? So there would be a real clash. These two wouldn't necessarily get along, and I could see them competing, like who's going to get the prize. And it depends on what the prize is. Let's ask, okay? For some of you, you know, it could be love or money. You know, the classic thing, love or money. But there's a competition going on here, Taurus, for some of you. Strength, look at this. These guys are flexing their muscles, okay? They could be competing, for some of you, they could be competing in bodybuilding. Literally, the strength card can mean bodybuilding. They could be competing in some sports event. They could be just trying to show their inner strength, like in a company or job situation. For some of you, there's been a betrayal with one or both of these guys, okay? Here's the betrayal card with the Five of Cups, which would make sense because earlier the Hierophant, I said there looked like there was a marriage on the rocks or had flipped, okay? And yeah, and here's the Nine of Swords again. This Nine of Swords keeps coming up over and over and over. And this is about losing sleep and anxiety over something, Taurus. Let's see if there's any final words on that. Because for some of you, it is about a relationship, and it's about those two guys, okay? So again, I said earlier, you're either choosing between King of Wands and King of Swords, or there's some competition between the two of them. There's something there about those two male figures, okay? Either way, Taurus, you're going to be really happy. Look at the Sun card. So either way, this is going to go to your advantage. I feel like this is bringing out, this is happening for the best. And also the Sun card makes me, and the bear trying to eat the sun, this really makes me think of the eclipse. So I feel like something's really coming up that's going to clarify this love situation or this new offer or this competition I'm seeing with the eclipse energy. This is a part of why it's coming up too. The eclipse is going to really bring some things to the surface. It's going to really literally open people's eyes very wide, okay? This is funny. When I look at this card, this bear trying to eat the moon, this is so funny. I mean, trying to eat the sun is so funny, because that really represents the eclipse in this case. That's so cool. The cards are so amazing. All these years I've done the cards, and they still do things like that that just amaze me. You know, it's like you can't make this stuff up. Okay, oh, here it is again. This card has multiple cards of, this deck has multiple cards of the same meaning. Here it is again, Taurus. This is the Nine of Swords for like the third or fourth time. Nine of Swords. It's all about sleepless nights, having anxiety, something's keeping you awake at night. And I think what's keeping you awake at night is this for a lot of you, is this thing being upside down about what you believe and what you thought was right, and you thought this marriage might work out if it's about a marriage, and I think for a lot of you it is, or there's something about churches or religions or beliefs. There's something there that's causing a real conflict that's keeping you up at night for a lot of you. This is what's keeping a lot of you awake. It's King of Swords. And he's come up several times now. I think King of Swords, it could be your partner, and this is, you're worrying about this, okay? Because potentially King of Wands has shown up, and he seems like a better option. It's interesting, I was, earlier this morning, before I started doing these readings, you know, I listen to YouTube sometimes. Something will catch my attention, or AI will, you know, suggest something. They're like, yeah, we're in your head, Tammy. We know exactly what you want to know about. They're usually right. So anyway, it came up, there was this video, and this guy who studies relationships, he called this mate switching. That sometimes people cheat because of mate switching, you know. And I'd never heard that term before, but I feel like I knew I needed to hear that for some reason, because it really caught my attention. This might be a case of wanting to switch mates for some of you. This thing between the King of Swords and King of Wands, and this King of Swords keeps on coming up in competition, and yeah, somebody trying to steal your happiness, or the sun coming up with this eclipse energy. And I feel like it's all coming to a head this week, Taurus, for some of you, okay? So that's a side thing. There's that, and there's the whole thing about new jobs, new business, some kind of real big, really big success coming in. So there's two stories going on here, Taurus, and they both may fit for you, or one of them may fit for you, or neither one may fit. Okay, so you know how card readings go. Not every reading, you know, is everybody's every time. The guide's switching around. But anyway, I hope this vibed with you. I'll be curious to read your comments, like I always am. I always read all of your comments. So thank you all so much for coming in, and I will see you all again soon. Enjoy the eclipse. Okay, bye now.